Call is now being recorded.
All right, Brent Porcio, topvelocity.net. I have a really cool special guest, a friend of mine. You've seen him on the site. You've seen him on Facebook. Jon, it's Huizinga, right? Oh, I'm going to pronounce it correctly. Huizinga.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, we just call you Zinga.
Yeah.
Well, awesome, dude. I mean, just really cool story. Just it's really been inspirational. Like I was just saying when you got on the phone, I was like, you know, just a couple of days ago, you texted me, hey, you got to try it with the Brewers, and then all of a sudden, the next text is, hey, going to play for the Brewers. it was all kind of pretty quick.
Yeah, it happened real fast.
So tell me kind of, I mean, give those out there that don't know your story a little quick run through your story, so then we can kind of talk about what just happened in your career. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Played my college baseball at Michigan State. Out of there, I went undrafted, and then decided I still wanted to play, so started training and went and played in the Frontier League for the Kalamazoo Kings. After 4 appearances there, I got picked up by the Milwaukee Brewers and sent to the Midwest League for the Beloit Snappers at that time. And from there, I went into spring training in 2004. I got released the last day of spring training. They didn't have enough spots for me, but they liked me, encouraged me to continue to play. So I went back and played at Kalamazoo in the Frontier League again. And my 4th start of the year, the Brewers were actually at that game to pick me up again. And that day I cracked off the tip of my elbow and what was supposed to be a career-ending arm injury. To make a long story short, rehabbed for about 2 years out in Tempe, Arizona, physiotherapy and associates, and came back better than ever. Went up and played for the Calgary Vipers up in the Northern League. After that season, got my contract purchased by the Colorado Rockies. Got released once again last day of spring training. There was a couple guys who were slated for the big leagues that got dropped down. The day before, I was told I was going to be a setup man either in AA or AAA. So that was, 2007. So from there, I went on to play for the St. Paul Saints. I played for the Schaumburg Flyers, played again for the Calgary Vipers, played for the Winnipeg Goldeyes, played for the Rockford Riverhawks, played for the Yuma Scorpions, San Angelo Colts, Peoria Explorers, and now here I am for the Brevard County Manatees in the Florida State League for the Milwaukee Brewers.
That's awesome, man. Pretty extensive resume. Not many guys have that kind of a minor league resume.
Yeah, I also forgot to mention, but I played some winter ball down in Mexico also, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I bet. So now you're 34 years old, right?
Yep.
And you're getting this opportunity again. I mean, how did that manifest? So kind of walk us through this past year. Like, what's been your mindset, and how did all this manifest?
Well, last year I was a player coach in the Freedom Pro Baseball League in Arizona, which that league folded this year. So I was basically just full-time coach and working out, and just was really on a mission to just get in the best shape possible. And last 2 weeks ago, I threw for Mark Dewey, who's the assistant pitching coordinator for the Brewers, and he liked what he saw. He actually stopped me after about 10 pitches and said, if I had the power to sign you right now, I would. He said, but I don't, so I'll pass you on to somebody who could. And a couple days later, I got a call from the minor league coordinator for the Brewers, Reed Nichols, and we had a little phone conversation and put together a workout for me to come throw for them. I went to one of their Arizona League games and threw a bullpen before their game and threw well, threw for, about 25, 30 pitches, and they put me through a physical, there at the field just to test my arm out and just test where my body was at. And the guy who put me through the test was impressed. We kind of talked about some of the workouts I've been doing and that fun stuff. But Reed Nichols again, I talked to him and he said they're interested. He said they would send me to their family doctor and then also send me to their orthopedic so they could take x-rays of my elbow and just make sure I was healthy and ready to go. And then I passed with flying colors, and the next day they flew me out, and I reported on Friday.
Awesome. So, like, do you feel like this is, you've made a transition in your career, or you just feel like you're just continuing to get opportunities, and you do you feel like you're getting better as a pitcher later in your life like this, or what's been going on with your level of play?
Yeah, I definitely do. Basically, I used to be, I threw 90 to 94, was as high as 97, and at that time I was just basically pitching straight on stuff. And for some reason over those years, my velocity went down a little bit. In fact, last night I was 87, 88 in my first appearance here, which is down for me, but I've learned how to pitch. So learning how to pitch has allowed me, first of all, to have a lot more fun out there, but also just, being in the best shape possible, being able to come here and hang out with guys, 10, 12 years younger than me has been, it's been a lot of fun. These guys have been really accepting, just a few jokes about me being some of their dads, but but all in good fun. It's been a blast. But as far as your question about a turning point, I think it's just been a progression through the years, and sorting out what worked and what didn't work, and just continuing to get better every day.
What do you think? Why do the Brewers have had this kind of loyalty with you? What do you, kind of this last, I don't want to say your last, but this time now where they've picked you up again? What do you think they see in you? What are they? What's your kind of relationship with the Brewers?
Really, it was a 1-year relationship. They came back and liked me again at that point, but I think all those years in independent ball, I don't even know if they knew I was around or what was going on. In fact, when I talked to them, they were asking me about where I'd been. So I think it was just they saw that I could help the organization, and they basically saw through my resume just how much I love the game. Because anybody who's played independent baseball can understand, but it, as you know, Brent, it's a lot of fun, but it's definitely a lot of work, and sometimes the what would you say, maybe a little definitely less than what they are here. They take care of a lot of things here that maybe people take for granted unless they knew better.
Right.
But as far as the relationship with the Brewers, they've just been a very good organization. It just happened to be that I knew somebody with them and got an opportunity and seized that opportunity.
That's awesome, man. Really cool that, obviously it didn't seem like age played a factor in that, because age seems to be a big factor in this game. So I think, that's great. How do you think you cut through the age factor?
Yeah, it's refreshing to know. I think just the shape that I'm in, and then just the fact that I can still, I can put the ball where I want to with movement. I can throw any of my pitches at any time, and I'm still young at heart. So I guess that probably helps.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's pretty cool. I think that's what's inspiring. It's inspiring to those that, feel like they're too old. I get that all the time. It's like, these 26-year-olds thinking they're too old. I mean, it's hilarious, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I've had guys that I was a player coach last year, and I had, scouts come out and be like, hey, 24 is too old. They straight up would say, I got a guy throwing 94, and they're like, well, I got a 16-year-old throwing 94.
Yeah, no.
So
but I mean, it's just, if you want it bad enough, and if you're willing to prove them, that age isn't a factor, I think it works. I think you're the example of perseverance. You just, if age is getting in the way, you just have to be willing to persevere. Just show them you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think we create our own obstacles a lot of time, and if we believe that age is going to be the determining factor, then it probably will be. But I was just unwilling to accept that.
I think that is the key. And that's the inspiration here behind your story, is that, age really isn't a factor. I mean, you can make it a factor, or you can play into it. But if you don't, if you choose not to, like you've done in your career, I mean, look what happens,
Yeah, and I think we had a good conversation not that long ago, but with, just talking about obstacles and how we can either choose to focus on them, or we can blast right through them, or go around them, or whatever that is. And I think just, following your heart and telling your brain or your mind just to sit down sometimes. I think sometimes we can overanalyze things and become our own biggest obstacle instead of just following our heart and getting after it.
Yeah, I mean, it's something you got to really want to do. I mean, it's obvious in your life you really wanted to be a professional baseball pitcher, I mean, it's obvious. In that, your whole life story has manifested that, because that's what you wanted to be, and that's who you've created yourself to be, and that's who you've become. And I think a lot of guys, I mean, first you have to do some soul searching and make sure that this is what you want to do, because it's not an easy road, just like you said. It's a tough road. But if it's something you really want to do, there's no reason you can't do it.
Yeah, I just kind of learned to embrace it. All those obstacles and challenges just made me better and kind of sharpened my sword, if you will.
Yeah, man, that's great. So give us some tips that you did this off season that really kind of got you in shape. I mean, go over kind of what you've been doing that you really think's credited to your performance. All this preparation up to now.
Well, I mean, ever since I came down and worked out with you, I've been working on, my Olympic lifts.
Sweet.
Basically, it's a combination of the Olympic lifts along with, there's a couple physical therapists that I work out with. So I basically just found a balance that worked for me.
Right.
But I think the biggest addition was the Olympic lifts that, before I was unaware of, or, I just hadn't done. So kind of just finding a good combination, but also, working out every day as opposed to, maybe in the past taking more days off or, buying into that belief system. But I mean, just pushing the body to get better every day. Nutritionally, just raw fruits and vegetables, a lot of juices. I eat a plant-based diet, so I know that's a little bit different than most also. But it works for me. It's definitely not something for everybody, but it works for me.
Yeah, I mean,
training the mind.
I mean, yeah, but on your diet, I mean, I think, even though you're vegetarian, you got a great diet. I mean, you're really up on it. I mean, you really have a good plan to really get what your body needs. Even if you're eliminating, certain proteins. I think that I don't think it's a negative. I think because you really know what you're doing when it comes to dieting, and I know you help guys out a lot with nutritional plans and stuff like that, which I think is great.
Yeah, it's funny because yesterday they took my team, photo or whatever, and they put it up on the scoreboard, and I didn't get a chance to see it before, or it probably wouldn't have got up there. But I look like I'm 12 years old in the picture. I mean, everybody was laughing. I mean, if you looked at the team roster, you probably wouldn't guess that I was the one that's 30, especially based on this picture. I look like I'm 12. But even my parents sent me a message last night. They're like, "Who's this young guy?" But I think that's part of the diet, but like I said, I think it's the mindset as well. Just age is just a number, and what else is possible.
Yeah, dude, that's inspiring. So how can those reach out to you and learn about your approach to baseball and pitching? And because I know you do, you got your own training facility at your house. You got your own, you got your websites and stuff. So why don't you give all that out right now so those can learn more about you?
Okay. We run pitching tunnel training classes in Glendale, Arizona. I have a couple of my college students running them for me right now while I'm gone. And then my website is www.jonhuizingapitchingcoach.com, which is JONHUIZINGA, pitching coach. I'm also on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram. I'm Zinger29 on Twitter, Zing29 on the Instagram. Then you can just look me up by my name on the Facebook world.
Yeah, and you're a 3X pitching coach on Top Velocity. Don't forget about that, man.
You better believe it. I mean, I look forward to being able to get out and see you. I had actually planned on coming out this summer, and then this happened, so it looks like we're pushed back to the fall, my brother. But I look forward to coming back and training with you and checking out the new facility, man.
That'd be awesome, dude. Love it, man. Really learned a lot from you. Just specifically, I mean, this story's been really inspiring. You do have a great mindset for the game. You do put it all together really well. I've enjoyed following you in your career, just from the few years I've known you. And looking forward to this, man. Who knows what it could turn into? I mean, what's your goals with all this? Where are you going with it?
I mean, I'd like to play for another 10, 15 years. I know that one of the inspirations is Nolan Ryan. I mean, the guy pitched, as a starting pitcher until he was 46 years old in the big leagues. I know he was a unique talent, but I believe I also have a unique talent. And then with the work ethic, I think that's what kept him in the game so long. And I know my work ethic's second to none. And then having, coaches like you and my buddy Mark Friends and Brad Rayo and some different guys out there that helped me along my journey, having guys like you to help and support. Who knows what else is possible.
Yeah, man, I love it, dude. Well, I hope you can come down this off season. I got David Ardsma coming down this off season. I don't know if you know of his career, but would love you to come down and train with us, man. It'd be fun.
Heck yeah.
All right, dude. Well, go eat your food and get ready for your next game. When's your next game?
Tonight.
You're working out of the pen tonight.
Well, no, I got two innings last night, so they said I'm shut down tonight. But I'll be back out there again tomorrow. We play here at the Washington Nationals facility, and they have an awesome weight room. I'll have to send you a picture of it. But I was in there last night. I was thinking about you as I was doing some of my deadlifts and such. But are they okay with Are they okay with you doing any type of Olympic training or anything like that, or are you gonna even try it, or what? You know what? The strength coach, I sat down and talked to him, and he said, "You've gotten this far with whatever you're doing." He said, "I'm not going to micromanage you. Go ahead and do your thing." So
cool. Well, yeah, if you get any pictures of anyone else cleaning, please send that to me. Okay. I love seeing those pictures.
Yeah, I'll have to take a picture of the board. I'll take a picture of the board here at the Nationals facility because it's a beautiful facility.
Yeah, I want to see it. That'd be awesome, dude. Well, dude, man, this is inspiring, John, man. Just can't wait to see what comes from this and what, get to do again next season, finish up strong and then, go at it even harder, right?
Absolutely. Get better every day.
Yep. All right, bro. Good talking, man. Thanks for the interview, dude.
All right, brother. God bless you, my friend.
You too, man. Best of luck. Kick some ass.
You know it.
See you.
Peace.
Kick some ass.
You know it.